Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Super Awesome Video Game Show here on Rage Select. I am Jeff.
And I'm John.
And, John, today we are going into the deepest, darkest dungeon that could ever be imagined.
This music is fucking epic.
Yeah,
that's all I can say.
All right, but before we start, John and I are actually going to shut up for a second and let you guys watch this just incredibly gorgeous and totally awesome intro cinematic.
I'll try to be quiet.
Here we go. Shut up, John. God.
Ruin has come to our family. You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal of antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth, but we were in a realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity, until consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the darkest dungeon.
Woo! All right. Man, that gets to me every time.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't really know, like, okay, so if you discover a giant eldritch door that has tentacles all over it, I say leave it closed. I mean, you know, like, I know that people are inquisitive and they want to know what's behind the door, but hey, sometimes you just gotta let sleeping Cthulhu's lie. All right.
I don't know, man. Sometimes you just gotta know.
You just gotta know.
You gotta know what madness lies. There's a different type of madness if you don't go find out.
I've played Amnesia. I know what's behind that door.
All right.
All right. Well, here we go. Now we're getting ready to start up, but we've got a quick cinematic to go through here. This one is not as long as the other one, but I'm going to shut up again because there are no subtitles, which kind of sucks. So, I don't know. May talk a little bit in this one.
You will arrive along the old road.
Damn, there's some epic music in this
With a
game.
troubling serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
You know, I think I just figured out why I like this game so much, Sean.
Why is that?
I think it's because it's scratching the Bloodborne itch.
Yeah.
Since Bloodborne isn't out yet.
God damn it, Jeff.
Yesterday, there was an 18-minute video that was like the very beginning of Bloodborne, and I started watching it, and then I was just like, no, I don't want to. I want to see it for myself when the game comes out. But anyway, here is Darkest Dungeon, and this might seem a little familiar to anybody who saw that PlayStation Experience thing, because this particular game was one of the trailers that was listed there.
Yes.
So basically, this is kind of I don't even know what you would describe this as. It's kind of a roguelike. It's kind of an RPG. It's kind of like slapping a real fresh coat of paint on a combination of like your traditional JRPG dudes on one side, dudes on the other side, but then it's also got this kind of roguelike component. So basically, right now we've got these two guys, Dismas and Reynald, and you've got this map down here that basically shows like going from one side to the other. So we're going over here, and then as we move our guys forward, and this is all, you can move forward, move backwards, they kind of go along here, and then, oh my God!
A bandit.
Banditos! Ah! What? Deviltry. Now see, this is this is kind of a little bit before I would normally expect to get to this, but this guy just got forced into the back row because there's 2 rows here. We'll eventually have 4 different people in our party.
Yes.
But you got a front row and you got a back row, and the things that they can do depend on what row they're in. And you've got basically it's totally turn-based, so it's like you go, they go, you go, they go. And as you can see, our guys have hit points, but then they also have a little stress meter, which will come into play a little bit later. Roll along, you can find some valuables.
Leave nothing unchecked.
And
there is much to be found in forgotten places.
I love this. The voiceover.
Yeah, I really like
on this.
The rightful owner has returned.
So the way I take it is that the voiceover is the person who the heir to the dungeon, castle, manor, whatever you want to call it, and that you're playing as the people that he hired to help him get there.
That's not entirely clear from the opening. See, to me, it almost seems like that the voiceover that you're hearing is kind of like the memoirs of the old guy in the very beginning of the game.
Could be as well, yeah.
And that none of these guys. Oh God damn! Ouch. None of these guys. These are all essentially mercenaries, right?
Yeah.
But you're like the son come home to kind of take over the excavation of this craziness from your suicidal papa. Damn it! Just quit. Not the rain of whips. No! So as you can see, each one of these guys, basically, these are different character classes. So you've got a crusader, and then this guy is like a bandit or a highwayman.
Yeah, highwayman.
And each one of them has a different set of attacks. And the thing is that these are all, I'll show you in a minute, these are all actually kind of like strangely randomized, where when you pick up God damn, dude.
Jesus, man.
Characters are all really expendable, and when they die, they've got permadeath, so it's worth, being a little bit more careful than I'm being right here. God, this guy keeps resisting.
These guys are fucking you up, man.
Yeah. There we go.
Dissuade the sharpened blade.
What do we get here? What is this? Leper. Oh, that's a class I haven't seen yet.
Give them no quarter.
So you want to kind of be careful. Oh, God damn it. And Blight. Okay, let's just get the fuck out of here.
Jesus.
So there's actually quite a few different moving parts going on here. You've got these different. You've got these 4 different resources, right? You've got busts, portraits, land deeds, and these crests,
heirlooms,
right?
Crests, yeah.
And those are what you use to actually upgrade. What you'll see in a second is the main town that you base all of your operations out of.
Welcome home.
So I'm going to kind of go over a little bit of this. So if you look at these guys, okay, yeah, shut up. So you can see that these are the different things that they have to attack with, right?
Okay.
And you can basically turn on up to 4 of them. But then you also have these, and when you pull one of these characters, like when you pull them into your game, this will be randomized, so they'll have different versions. And then you also have these camping skills, which I've only gotten to camp one time, but we'll go over that a little bit later. So then let's see this guy. See, his are all over the place. Like he doesn't have wicked slice. Point blank shot is actually a really useful thing.
Yeah.
And as you can see, this is the position that this particular character prefers in the ranks when you have your whole party set up.
Yeah.
Because these different things that you see, the little dots down there, the little white dots are the position that particular skill can be used from, and the red dots are what it will hit on the other side.
Okay.
So it's actually really important to have your. So like when my guy switched positions for no good goddamn reason, that was a real pain in the ass because like a lot of his attacks
I'll require him to be in the first.
Need him to be in the first two. It wasn't such a big deal in that particular fight, but when you have 4 different people, it really can get out of hand quickly. You've also got equipment, which I haven't really gotten a chance to upgrade yet because I just played a little bit of this before we started. But then here, this is like your main hub town, right? And for right now, we only have a couple things open. We've got the graveyard, where we can see the heroes that have died. And then we've got, much more importantly, the stagecoach, where you can hire new heroes.
Okay.
So here we've got a plague doctor, and we've got a cleric, essentially. And then I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this. See, this is every one of these buildings uses these particular things as upgrade materials, and that lets you basically get 3 heroes every time you come back to town instead of 4 heroes to choose from.
Okay.
Which just the sheer number of heroes becomes really important later on. All these do different things, and I'll go over some of them later. But before we do that, let's get back into the old dungeon. So I don't know. I think that okay. So it looks like this is the early access, right? This region will be added later. This will be added later. See, these want to explore other areas. Shut up, Reynold, you little jerk off. So wait, I want to check this guy real fast. What has he got? Plague grenade, incision, and then what's she got? Mace bash, judgment, divine grace. Okay, so that's actually different than the last time that I used her. Where does that go from there? Okay. Shut up. God. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pick this dungeon. This particular dungeon, we get these rewards plus anything that we set up if we finish it. And here we got to do 100% of the room battles. So then we get to basically pick up provisions that we're going to use in the dungeon. You got food,
which is used for healing between fights.
Also, you guys got to eat or they start to get real demoralized.
Okay.
I'm also going to pull 2 stacks of torches.
Yeah.
Even though this is a little much, I'm just going to go ahead and do this stuff. And I'm going to pick up a couple of random things. And one of the things here is that when you get to the end of a dungeon, I think that most of the stuff that's left either gets converted back into gold or you just lose it. I can't really tell right now. It's not super specific about that.
Yeah, and given that you get gold while you go through the dungeon, it's... You'd have to actually look at the math, I guess.
Yeah. So here we can see the layout of the dungeon, and basically we're going to just start moving between rooms and seeing if we can't get stuff. Ah, God!
Cultists!
Frickin' cultists! No, don't rent for the old gods. Ah, God damn it. So, okay, here's another. There's so many different like moving parts in this particular game. So you can see that those little halos that he just got, that right there, that's demoralization. And there's a whole thing down here with the stress. In fact, we may hit this guy's stress cap before we get out of here because he's pretty stressed out right now. Let's see, what do we got here? Plague grenade.
Why is he so stressed?
He just doesn't like it. He's not having a good time
He's
down
just a
here.
giant baby.
Yeah, no, he is a big baby. And let's see, we're going to go ahead and heal him. And bam! Get out of here.
At least he's...
Give them no quarter.
Well, so then, okay, as stressful things happen to these guys, they get the little black spiky halos. But as good stuff like defeating enemies, get your tentacles off me, lady. As good stuff happens, like beating enemies, you'll sometimes see little
halos,
little yellow halos that come up off of them. And so when they get to their breaking point, they will either go crazy and something. They'll get like they'll stop taking any direction that you try to give them, and they'll start to pick up like you can actually see here these bad traits, right?
Okay.
So in camp, minus 20% heal received, severe fear of enclosed spaces. So this guy's got intense craving for alcohol. This guy's a cheat. He's not allowed to gamble. And actually later on you get an asylum that you can put your guys into to try to get rid of those particular traits the bad traits that they have. Because a lot of times when they get like super freaked out, you can't even like heal them properly until you get them straightened out. Now, what's cool is that we went into this particular room and it showed us, it did a scout, so it showed us that between this room and the next room, there's actually 2 chances to pick stuff up and
neat.
probably no enemies. And then also, you've got this whole torch thing where if you keep your torch lit, then you get more scouting, you get more surprises on monsters, and the less the less lit it is, the more that your people get stressed out, and the more that it's easier for them to break. So
she got demoralized just from seeing that thing.
Oh, you got buffed. It's probably because of her claustrophobic thing.
Okay.
Now, see, here we picked up a map, and this actually just directly shows us like a whole bunch of different things all over the place. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I would pop this up to hopefully if we go in here and there's enemies, then we can get the jump on them. Ha-ha!
I didn't get the jump on. Oh, no, you did. They're surprised.
All right. So
free action.
Yep. That means we get a whole free turn, which is great.
Fuck them up.
Fuck it, man.
Yeah.
So right there, that was bonus. Judgment, that's a good one. Judgment not only hits the enemy, but also heals her. And I'm going to show you my shitty writing. Read it! I love that particular ability on him. But as time goes on, like I haven't gotten very far into this game yet, but there's like all kinds of different things. Like you'll get skills and things that'll let you fuck you, man. Skills and things that'll let you regain your sanity while you're in the dungeon as opposed to being out of the dungeon. New skills, new upgrades. But it's the game is not, as we saw there in the very beginning.
Yeah.
The game is very random, and you can kind of get your shit fucked up.
Yeah.
Really easily if you're not paying attention. So get rid of him. No, not the bayonet. All right. Whoa. Oh, come
he
on.
dodged.
But actually having this divine grace from her, she has another one that a lot of times you'll see that she starts with. It's like a
group heal?
A 1 to 5 group heal that's kind of garbage in comparison to that one. All right, here, have some plague. How do you like the plague? Yeah, that's right. I got a plague doctor, and he's got a recipe of plague for you. And how about some judgment? That hat is stupid. And finish him off. There we go.
There you go. Now what's in the box?
All right. Let's go ahead and...
Victories mount. So too will resistance.
Now, see, I really like this guy, the narrator. He reminds me of kind of like the Bastion narrator, except that he's all like gothic and shit. Now, actually, we just got... That was 100% of the rooms, and it looks like these rooms are empty, so there's probably nothing in there. We can actually... we're about 18 minutes in. I'm going to go ahead...
Go to at least one more room?
No,
or
I'm going to show
Okay.
folks what happens when you get done.
All right.
Because there's a good chance that I might get totally fucked and die on the next round.
Yeah,
so.
plus your dude's pretty stressed, so...
Yeah. Oh, I don't care about him. Let him be stressed. You're a
okay.
jerk. What does that mean? Oh, so they get... Oh, I didn't even know this part. So that after going through this dungeon, they got some additional traits.
Okay.
First round, +4 speed, +5 dodge. It's got +10 stress resist, but -5 max HP. So, as you can see, one of the things I really like about this game is that there's a crap load of moving parts. There are a crap load of different things to keep track of that everybody's doing all the time. Now, see here we just unlocked the Abbey.
Set straight.
Abbey
calls to the faithful.
Which we can put people in, but I'm going to wait for a second because I might want to keep that guy.
Okay.
And then we also have the tavern.
Fresh kegs,
Shut
cards,
up.
and curtained rooms.
And here we've got the bar, the gambling hall, and the brothel. And I think that there's got to be some... I mean, I don't know this for certain, but I feel like there has to be some kind of tie between what the traits of the various people are and some of those things exacerbating those traits. Okay, wow, this is crazy. I have never seen one of these before.
Seeker Hellion.
What do you got? Wicked Hack. If it bleeds. and then Adrenaline Rush and Bleed Out.
Seems like a barbarian of some kind.
Yeah, this is definitely a frontline fighter. So I'm going to basically bring her in, and then
Rage and unrelenting
hell yeah,
savagery make for a powerful ally.
one of these guys, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put Reynald up here in the transept to pray to a higher power. So then every one of these buildings can also totally be upgraded.
Okay.
But then it's the specific upgrade is based on which of these things you have. Like I know that the blacksmith, it was really irritating, right? Because none of the early dungeons have give you this deed,
Give you the deeds
by default, right, as the rewards. And deeds are what you need to make the blacksmith upgrade you.
Okay.
And then you also have the guild, which when you open that up, it lets you basically unlock different skills and boost the power on the additional skills that you have. Dude, you're in the abbey, all right? Just pray and shut up. Sanitarium lets you try to take the
negative traits
off. And then you also have this nomad wagon, which basically lets you buy items that your characters can use. I'm not entirely sure what that is, and I don't know.
Probably
what that
something
is.
that'll be. I mean, that's probably why it's still in early access. Is there's a few things they probably haven't implemented yet.
Right. And there we go. Boom. Okay, so then we leveled up the ruins, and now you can see that we've got a bunch of different things that we can do in here. So we've got explore 90% of the rooms. That's one. But then here we've got a complete 100% of room battles. And then when I was playing before, there was even one that was like there's a necromancer in here. Go find him and kill him type of thing. So I'm going to go ahead and bring these folks because we've seen... I'm not a big fan of the Plague Doctor folks.
Okay.
Call me Plague Doctor racist if you must, John.
I wasn't gonna, but I will.
Now, I'm bringing way more of these things, as you saw last time, than we probably need, but I just don't want to die while we're doing the show, so...
I understand.
We're going to go ahead and do that. I think and if you have to, you can always leave a dungeon when you're in the middle of it, but the psychological hit on your people is so unpleasant that...
And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
That I don't like to do it if you really don't have to. Like it's almost better to lose a person than it is to leave.
Yeah.
Without
trap.
Fucking traps.
Mechanical hazards possessed by evil intent.
Yep. Sounds like what's going on. All right. All right. What do we got in here? Come on, man. I want to see this lady fight. Here, let's keep those torches going. Oh,
Ooh.
maggots.
What are those? Maggots.
Giant maggots.
Grave nibble.
Oh no, not the grave nibble. Not the.
Eat through your flesh.
Woo.
Now
Now it's funny. I really, really like the way that this game looks. Like it's got, just the way that the characters are set up and the way that the whole thing. Yeah, that's right. These things suck. What is this? Vulnerability hex, Weakening Curse, World Reconstruction. I think we'll do Weakening Curse. Wait, what is this? Hands from the Abyss. Oh, only works in the front ranks.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
the fool for the fire.
Like it's a very simple. It's a very simple. Wait, what's this? Bleed out, melee, adrenaline rush, cure blight and bleed. Oh, that's cool. Plus 20 damage. Okay, well, let's just hack them up.
As the fiend falls, a faint
It's a
hope
very
blossoms.
simple. Like the layout and everything is kind of deceptively simple. The game is actually a lot more complicated than it originally kind of looks on paper. But just like the animations and the different effects that they use to just make everything look a little bit more dynamic really work. And it's got a really strong art style, at least in my opinion. It reminds me of what's his name, Hellboy.
Yeah, Mike Mignola.
Yeah. Better than a trap.
Trap.
Ah! See? You see? See what happens when you make jokes about traps? Oh, wow. And we just got a big scouting bonus, which lets us see that we've got...
Nice.
There's definitely some combat in there, so I'm going to go ahead and light another torch, because when the torch is all the way up, I can probably get these motherfuckers. Get those motherfuckers! Oh, God damn it. Get in there before the torch goes down. Ha-ha! Bandits! And now you guys got... Oh,
not surprised. They saw us walking in.
damn it. Let's see.
They're like, we see you. You're right there. And they're like,
damage mod. I'm gonna put that on you.
He has been marked.
Marked and debuffed. But yeah, we were gonna play something else this week, and then
Yes.
this came out today, and I looked at it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I want to play."
Yeah,
that.
this touches all the right Jeff buttons.
Yeah, it does.
It also touches all the right John buttons too. So,
Yeah, well, there you go.
I'm now having seen this. I'm like, well, shit. Now I'm gonna have to go home and buy this.
I mean, it's one of those things. You know, it's funny too because it seems like it could totally work as a like an iPad game, right?
Yeah.
It's just really not all that super. Let's see, what do we got here? Bleed out, adrenaline rush. If it bleeds, bleed 2 points for 3 rounds. I'm just going to do straight up melee on this guy. That wasn't really as... I made the noise, but it just didn't do anything, John.
Yeah, it didn't seem to have the oomph you were looking for.
But yeah, I mean, the first time that I loaded this up and I took a look at it, oh my god, I got into so much trouble because I didn't understand kind of the way to fight in the game.
Yeah.
So it ended up being... Oops, that was not what I wanted to do.
What'd you do?
I debuffed him a second time instead of attacking. I meant to attack him. I just want to get rid of this asshole. Let's see here. Bleed 3 points per round for 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Oh, and then self is minus 20%. Fuck it.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
I think
You're damn right.
I think you mean the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Is that what you're trying to say?
that may be too.
Yeah, they're not letting up here. All right, I'm going to use this. So this guy is like a Cthulhu priest, basically, and he's got a couple of very strange abilities that I actually think are really useful because he's kind of like I guess you maybe task him as like a red mage, right?
Yeah.
In that he is both offensive and
dodging.
offensive and healing magic at the same time. Damn, man. Come on. Buff.
Basically, killing their friend made them actually take you guys seriously.
Damn. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's one of those things that I really like about old RPGs, or it's some certain types of RPGs, is that there's obviously a whole shit ton of dice rolling going on behind the screen here.
Yeah.
But I have no idea what it's based on. Like, I'm just kind of just,
Going with it.
yeah, just like, I don't know, whatever, maybe. Boy, these guys, they really don't like us very much. Let's see. Do that. Take care of that asshole.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
And the reconstruction on him. Also, seriously, I mean, even at this early state, I can't say enough about the presentation, the music,
Yeah.
and the voiceover, and all that stuff is just top notch. And it's not, I guess, not necessarily to just crap all over a lot of the other games that we played here for early access, but like sometimes you hit stuff where you look at a game and you could say,
That has potential, but it's not there yet.
it has potential, but boy, the production value on this is low. And they're
Yeah.
probably never going to get to a point. All right, everybody eat. They're probably never going to get to a point where they have the resources to be able to just say, yeah, we're going to hire professional voice actors for this shit, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you open that? Oh, loot.
Nice.
Whereas this is just gorgeous.
Yes.
And it is. Oh, crap. I didn't realize there were people in here. Fuck.
You would have lit your torches a little bit
I
more.
would have. Quit throwing goblets on my... Ah!
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
Okay. Good job.
Yeah, I really like the animation in this. I mean, it's it's very limited. Like, it's not like a whole lot.
Yeah.
But what little they do is really I'm trying to think of the word to use here. It's really impactfing.
Like
I guess you could say.
effective, right?
Yeah. I mean, like like the zoom ins when it goes into battle, the tilt of the camera to say whose turn it is.
Yeah, I mean, like it's interesting because it's not even it's very little animation.
Yeah,
like, it's mostly just idle animation. They don't actually. I mean, they just disappear and reappear in the middle of their attack pose.
Yeah.
So it's not like they even have like a real animation to them. But what's there is just so freaking effective that it gets everything that you need to know across without getting all uppity about it.
Yeah, it's very appealing.
Let's see here. That guy doesn't have any of the. Oh, come on!
Damn.
Any of his normal Cthulhu powers. Ouchie.
Assault cannot be left unanswered.
And throwing a drink in my face. Come on, that's just insult to injury.
Do not fall.
I'm not gonna. All right. So we are just about done. Let's see here. Let's see if I can't keep her alive for a few more turns. Word reconstruction. Give me the big ones. Ah, no. 4. Get rid of that one.
Well, he's gone.
Um,
well, good she dodged that one.
So yeah, let's see. As usual, folks. I mean, so we're kind of wrapping up here, but as usual, if there's anything in particular that you guys want to see that's in early access, you can let us know. We have heard your request for the Long Dark, but at the moment, I don't think that's something that we're going to be looking at super soon. I know that next week we're probably going to be looking at the Battlefield Hardline beta that's running this week, because I'm really interested to see if they've made any like real serious changes to that game.
Yeah. It's on the Long Dark is on the list. Don't worry, it'll happen eventually.
Okay.
I don't typically like to do 2 survival games in a row.
Oh yeah, we did Stranded Deep last week.
Yeah. So it's it's on the list.
Okay. Man, we should have brought that dude down here so we could have seen what happens when people go crazy.
Ah, yeah, you should have done that.
They get real unruly. Like it's hard to. Oh shit. Okay. Well, we're almost totally done here.
Yeah. Well, what's her name's almost crazy or almost stressed.
Now she's only halfway. Oh, her. Yeah. I guess I could put her up in the front row.
Spider!
A spider.
Maggots and spiders.
Maggots and spiders. Yeah. Let's see. Let's judge. I judge you, maggots.
Executed with impunity.
And attack. And
Get out of here, spider. Nobody likes you.
Yep. Everybody hates you. Go home, spider. All right. Bam. Oh, come on. That would have finished both of them.
No maggot can move that fast.
He doesn't actually even have. It's funny. He doesn't actually have
An attack?
an attack. Yeah. He's got this curse, and then he's got this vulnerability hex. The curse does a little bit of damage, but he doesn't actually have a straight up attack. It's interesting because so much of this kind of depends on the on the luck of the draw from what you get off of the people that you pull in with you. But then you get into that horrible thing where it's like, I've got my party and they're all put together the way that I want them to be put together, right?
And then everyone dies.
Do I put them into this horrible meat grinder that is a dungeon, or
As
what?
victories mount, so too will resistance.
What do you got there? Open that. Oh, did we finish it?
No. Not yet.
All right, well, fuck it. If we're going to go in there, then I'm going to get everybody
Don't forget
all,
to light your torches.
all
The way
torched
is
up.
lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Oh, God
no.
damn it. Son of a bitch.
We're surprised.
Son of a
We did
bitch.
not expect to see them in this room.
I expected to see them. There was only one room left. Don't you try to rend me for old gods.
Tentacle.
Don't put your tentacles on. Hey, that worked in my favor.
Yeah, but your lady is in the back.
Yeah. Let's see. One of the things I don't like is the process of moving somebody from the back ranks all the way up to the front is painfully slow. What is this? Hand of Light. I've never used this before.
Use it.
Oh, good. It's super ineffective.
Well, you know.
Let's see. Let's at least weaken some of these assholes up. But I don't think I'm going to have any serious problem beating this.
Yeah.
I do wonder kind of though about how many different biome types we're looking at.
Okay.
Because I mean we've seen the dungeons are good looking, right?
Yeah.
But they are dungeons and there's a lot of them, so I don't know. Yeah,
well, I think there's a good number, and probably the other thing is they're probably going to be adding more before it gets out of early access. I would assume.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't gotten far enough to be able to see, what's after this, essentially.
Yeah.
Boom.
One is gone.
Still though, I've enjoyed playing this. The little of it that I've played. Quite a bit.
It looks fun.
It is really fun. Oh, God damn it. God damn it, John. They pulled her all the way up to the front.
Yep, they knew. They knew.
Well, they didn't know enough because she might be a healer, but she also has a gigantic mace attack, which is pretty awesome. I'm going to weaken everybody. Yes. See this thing. Mace bash. Suck mace bash, bitch.
Dead weight.
Ah. Bitch. She just can't get up to the front row.
No, they don't want her in the front row, man.
I don't know why. I mean, there's... Oh. Okay.
Well, that's cool.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
Yeah, whatever
we'll do
you
this.
guys say. I guess, if that's what you're into. If that's what you guys are wanting to do. Don't tempt me. Ah. Stupid goblets.
Okay, one of them's gone.
Yep. Let's try this hand of light again. Crit! Ooh! Nice. Yeah, Darkest Dungeon.
Yeah, no, I
I
dig
think we're
it.
just about done. I just want to see what happens when we get done here because, we're about
Yeah.
5 minutes over, but, I mean, come on. We're right here, so.
Yeah, no,
We
exactly.
got one more guy. Get in there. All right, finally. Attack. There you go. All right.
She's like, yay, I
This
killed
expedition at
one.
least promises success.
And boom. So the first time I loaded this up, John, I didn't understand that you had to click that thing to get out of the dungeon. I was
Oh,
walking
yeah?
in a circle,
Claim what is ours.
like just back
Wow.
and forth between the two different points, and I was like, what do I do? Stupid game. Made me feel real dumb. All right, what do we got? Whoop. Precision Striker. Nice. Whoop.
Nice.
Wield Scourger. Okay, plus
Okay.
10 scouting chance. And Quick Draw.
Quick draw.
Nice.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Got some good stuff on that one.
Once
All right,
our
folks.
state
Well,
was the
with that, we're going to go
envy
ahead
of
and wrap it
this
up.
land.
And so you can see the blacksmith.
The bellows blast once again. The forge stands ready
So you
to
can
make
unlock these
weapons
different
of
things, but you
war.
have to get weaponsmith like level 1, and it takes 11 of these motherfuckers. Anyway, all right, we're done. We'll catch you next time, folks. It's been the Super Awesome Video Game Show. Thanks for
We will
watching.
face
Later.
ever greater threats.